Yo, what's good, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your man, VACAY-JTV. Welcome back to VMX. Welcome back to VMX. Y'all see what it is, fam. Y'all see what it is. It's that time again. We live. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. We talking about the top five hip hop producers of all time. Top five hip hop producers of all time. You know your boy, I be laying back. You know what I mean? Just be chilling. But my top five producers of all time, I'm gonna name my top five. And you probably going, you may hear some of my uh, producers that I definitely respect and I love. That's in my top 10, or should I say honorable mention, right? We going honorable mention some producers that definitely deserve to be up here. I may do a top 10, but I love doing the top five. Come on in the room with your boy. What's up, Johnson? Go Hustles in the building. Was good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming through. It's your man Vacay, and we doing my top five hip hop producers. If you into adult contemporary hip hop, the way that I am, and then I'm gonna name some of them. What's up, Demarcus Vaughn is in the building. It's time for the top five hip hop producers, and again, this is just my top five. Family, of course. If you love hip hop, you love adult contemporary hip hop, definitely you're more than welcome to jot down your top five hip hop producers. And again, these hip hop producers have been like producers that I love, producers that I've been influenced the most. Because again, I did produce some beats back in the day, that actually made the radio, made what did a little something. I'll just say it did a little something back in the day. And yeah, these are guys that inspired me, people that you probably heard their music, but you didn't know it was them that produced it, right? You probably jammed to it, you probably danced to it back in the day. You didn't even know these producers, but these are the guys, that's responsible for a lot of hits, a lot of songs that you grew up on, a lot of songs that you love, a lot of beats. Was like, man, I can't believe this person produced this beat. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go through the top five. I'm gonna go from five all the way to one. All right. And again, this is just my top five. Y'all name your top five producers. And I'm gonna mention a couple of honorable mentions and we gonna get into it. Come on in the room, hit that like button, fam. Or excuse me, kindly smash that like button. All right, kindly smash the like button. If you're here for the very first time, kindly smash that subscribe button. It's your man VKJ. Welcome to VMX. We back once again. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let's get into it. I'm gonna go down the line. I'm gonna go from five, four, three to all the way to one. All right. Now, this first producer right here, you probably heard the music, but you never knew it was this guy right here. I mean, he's produced artists like Biggie, LL, man, notably more so Notorious B.I.G., right? Craig Mack. Who else? Who else? Mad people, man. Mad people, mad remixes, right? So I'm gonna give you my top five. Number five is a guy you probably heard of, or maybe you haven't heard of him. Okay, his name is Easy Mo B. Now, Easy Mo B, I want to say arguably is a producer that is totally underrated, man. He's totally underrated because a lot of people don't know that this guy was behind Biggie's Warning Beat, right? The Warning Beat. The Flavor in Your Ear by Craig Mack. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. He produced that. Easy Mo B. He did the Warning Beat. He did the Party and BS beat by Biggie. He did a lot of Biggie joints. He did a lot of Notorious B.I.G. joints. The first album. He worked on the first album. And man, Easy Mo B has done a lot of work, man. He's done a lot of work, especially in the 90s. And he's one of the dopest producers that a lot of other producers looked up to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of producers, like even the RZA looked up to Easy Mo B. But Easy Mo B got some joints, man. So Definitely, you know, I would say if you don't know, or not familiar with Easy Mo B's production, I would say go to Apple Music or go to Spotify. Just look up Easy Mo B, and all of the songs that he produced. Definitely dope, and definitely go check it out. And you'll be like, oh, I know he produced this. I know he produced that. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Easy Mode B, definitely one of my top 5 producers of all time. Easy Mode B. Remember the name, look him up, check him out. Okay? Easy Mode B. All right. Now let's go down the line. Let's go down the line. Now, again, some of these producers, they were also artists too. All right. And we didn't even know that they was doing the beats because I guess back then some being an MC was a little bit, I want to say more in the forefront. More, it was better to be like, okay, I'm an MC first. I'm an MC first, and if they know I do the production, cool. If they don't, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But definitely jot down. What's up, Hustle's Tail? What's good? What's good? What's good, fam? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So yeah, y'all can hear me, right? Okay. So top 5, Easy Mo B. Let's go to the next one right here. Again, the artist, fam, the artist was sometimes also the producer. So this guy right here, like, I love the music and didn't even know he was behind it and he was part of being behind it. And y'all know who this is too. I mean, he's from a group, right? He was one of the lead MCs from a group, one of my favorite groups of all time. I'm talking about Q-Tip, man. Yeah, Q-Tip was doing a lot of production on the first album, the second album. You know, of course, working with, Ali Shaheed Muhammad. And yeah, man, yo, Q-Tip, man, he's done a lot of joints, man. Of course, for the tribe, right? A lot of joints that we love. Q-Tip produces Benita Applebum, beats on the low end theory. Okay, like Q-Tip is behind a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he was going out with Janet Jackson. He produced a joint with Janet Jackson. He's been doing a lot of joints. He did a remix for Craig Mack. The Get Down. Yeah, 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 yeah. Q-Tip was behind that. He did One Love on Nas's album. Come on, man. Classic, classic. He did joints on Mobb Deep's album. Man, you know what I'm saying? Q-Tip, he got a lot of joints, man. Even though we know him as the soft-spoken rapper, man, with the lyrics, he still was like that dude. You know what I'm saying? He was still that dude, B. He was still that dude. Again, this is my top 5. I'm gonna read your top 5. Let me see. Let me see. The market says his top 5 is Dr. Dre, number 1. Number 2 is Timberland. Number 3 is Swiss Beats. 4 is Jay-Z. Jay-Z ain't produced no beats. What you talking about, bro? And number 5 is P Rock. You mean somebody else named Jay? Jay-Z did not produce no beats, bro. Producer. Who's your number 4? Maybe you meant somebody else. Maybe you meant somebody else. But yes, Q-Tip, man. He did One Love. He did a lot of joints, man. A lot of joints that we know and love. I think he was probably behind the Midnight Marauder joint. Relax yourself, girl. Please settle down. That joint. Man. Honey, check it out. You got me mesmerized. Which right here in your fat ass thighs. Yeah, yeah. I think he produced that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Q-Tip, that's my number 4, top 4 or top 5 producers of all time. All right. So let's go to the number 3. The number 3 producer of all time. He should be number 1, but he's not my number 1. He should be number 1, but he's not my number 1. This guy actually is, I want to say, the father of sampling, yo. And I made him number 3 because I got 2 others that, are like his, I want to say his offspring, or maybe, I don't want to call him sons, but it's like his offspring. So, but he's number 3. He's number 3. And I want to say, this guy right here produced the soundtrack to my life, especially as a teenager coming up in the game in hip hop. Coming up in the golden age of hip hop, this guy was behind a lot of the music that we know and love from that golden age of hip hop, man. From that golden age of hip hop, I'm talking about, he's produced artists like Big Daddy Kane, the Juice Crew, who else? Heavy D. He produced Heavy D. He produced a lot of people, man. A lot like Roxanne Shante, MC Shan, Craig Mack. I mean, not Craig Mack. Craig G, Master Ace. I mentioned Big Daddy Kane already. LL Cool J. Okay, but if it wasn't for him, these other producers probably wouldn't even exist. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about the legendary Marley Marl. Yeah, Marley Marl, man. Marley Marl, man, the producer, the musical genius behind the symphony, which was the Juice Crew with Big Daddy Kane, Master Ace, Craig G, Cool G Rap, right? He produced all of Cool G Rap and Polo's albums. Like Marley Marl, man, like he got a BET Hip Hop Award, you know what I'm saying, like a legendary award. But man, he's so underrated, man. I don't know why, man. He's produced joints, like I said, for LL. Man, Marley Marl produced a song that I love to play as a DJ at the parties back in the day, and the ladies love this song. You jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. That was LL song, right? He produced all of LL's Mama Said Knock You Out album, which was a classic album within itself, man. Like Marley Marl, he don't get a lot of props. Man, he produced Biz Markie. Come on, man. Biz Markie, the Vapors, Picking Boogers. Come on, man. Marley Marl was behind a lot of joints that a lot of people still sample today and they remix into their own songs. But if it wasn't for him learning how to sample music and created a whole different sound and create his own drum beats and kicks and snares, like this guy was behind him, man. Used a lot of James Brown. Like he did a lot for hip hop, man. And a lot of people, they need to give Marley Marl some props. But he's my number 3 top producer of all time. What'd you say now? Uh, yeah, I'm gonna get to that later. All right, so DeMarcus, you said Marley. Okay, so Marley Marl is your number 4, not Jay-Z. Okay, thank you. I was like, Jay-Z don't produce, bro. But Marley Marl's your number 4. Okay, cool. Number 4. Okay. Yeah, man. So y'all need to do your research, man. If you don't know Marley Marl's production, definitely, check out Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D, Biz Markie, the Juice Crew, MC Shan, Roxanne Shante. A lot of folks, man. Marley has produced a lot of people, even outside the Juice Crew. Marley Marl has done his thing. Yeah. Sampling and still listening to those records today. Yes, Johnson Go Hustle. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Adult contemporary hip hop. We have our own genre, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at the point that hip hop is over 50 years old. So just like, there's a lot of people talking about it. Shout out to Eric Sermon. And Eric Sermon, again, he's one of my top 10 producers, hip hop producers of all time. But he was talking about it the other day, man. Like, hip hop is at the point where we need to have our own genres, man. You know what I'm saying? Like our own, subgenres, I'll say. Subgenres, right? So, just like you got rock, soft rock, heavy metal, alternative rock, you know what I'm saying? Now we should have adult contemporary hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Alternative rap, new rap, whatever that is, you know what I mean? Like we should have subcategories. And right here, this is our category right here. We still listen to Marley Marl till this day. Still listen to Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D. Shout out to rest in peace to Heavy D, man. Rest in peace to Heavy D. You know what I'm saying? But Marley Marl produced a lot of people, man. So he's my number what? My number 3. All right, y'all ready for my number 2 or my number 1? All right, before we do that, if you just join me, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're on your phone, tap the screen for your boy. This is the VMX, man, the VACAY-JTV Music Experience Family, Adult Contemporary hip hop and R&B. I think we're gonna talk about some R&B soon too. We're gonna talk about some R&B soon. But yes, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out, fam. The Symphony was fire by Marley Moore. Yeah, man, by the Juice Crew, man. Absolutely, man. That whole Marley Moore album, man. Come on, man. The Symphony is a classic. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane said, "Put a quarter in your, cause you played yourself." Like, yo, dun 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 dun. Come on, man. That was Marley Moore. That was Marley Moore. That was a classic. We played that. I played that at parties, bro. I played picking boogers at party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Marley Moore produced KRS One too. When KRS One rap that 50 years down the line. That's right, Johnson Go Hustle. 50 years down the line, you gonna start this. Yeah. There go my boy right there. My homie right there. Big Doc's in the building. What's good, homie? We got to get you up here, bro. We got to talk. We got to talk hip hop, my guy. Got to talk some hip hop. Marley is a solid DJ too. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thank you for coming through, my guy. My man, Big Docs. Y'all need to go check out Big Docs and his music, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my guy right there. You know, I used to produce Big Docs, and shout out to Rugged Brew back in the 90s. Yeah. But he got some good music today. Check out Big Docs. Go subscribe to Big Docs, all right? So, yeah, Marley Marl's my number 3. And Docs, you know, Docs knows, because this is my guy, man. This is my guy. Shout out to his family. Love the fam. Shout out to the fan of Cunningham family. That's my guy and fam. Yo, I love y'all for life. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your moms, too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole fam, man. R.I.P. to Pops, you know what I mean? So, yes, Marley Marl, number 3. So, who's my number 2? Docs, do you know who my number 2 top 5 hip-hop producer is? I know you know my number 1. Don't say my number 1, but you know who's my number 2? Who do you think is my number 2, bro? And definitely jot down your top 5, my guys. Jot down your top 5. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, Docs, he did some production too, but he mostly on the writing, but, you know, that's my guy right there. You know what I mean? That's my dude. All right? No song could touch Symphony in your eyes back in the day. Yo, okay, I'm going to say it like this. Now, Symphony came out in like the late 80s, the late 80s, right? Mid to late 80s. And I got to say, man, that was a classic song. It was mid 80s, right? That was a classic joint, man. Classic joint. And then he did the remix too. All right. So my number 2 favorite producer of all time, besides myself, you know I'm number 1. I'm numero uno. But my number 2 favorite producer of all, hip-hop producer of all time, is my man from the start. That's a gang. That's right. DJ Premier is my number 2 hip hop producer of all time. Now, if you don't, if y'all up on here, y'all know what DJ Premier has produced, man. Shout out to Gangstar. Rest in peace to Guru. Okay, but Gangstar, he's one of the top members of Gangstar, man. DJ Premier, man, the whole Gangstar. Primo, that's right. Primo is definitely elite. Shout out to Primo too, because Primo, you know what I'm saying? I got a special affinity for Premier because Primo actually played the joint that I produced by my guy who was one of the 3 of Rugged Brew. The song is called Dwelling in Darkness, that these guys performed and I produced, and DJ Premier played our song on Stretch and Bobbito show. That's an underground show in New York, college radio, underground. If you was into hip hop back then you would know who Stretch and Bobbito is. But DJ Premier was DJing that night and he played our song. But we know DJ Primo, man, he produced the Gangstar joint, The Wick, man. Come on, man. The Wick, bruh. The Wick. Before we even get to the Biggie stuff, The Wick, yo. Gangstar, nice and smooth. A Gangstar, it's got to be the short shot. Come on, man. Primo, crazy, bruh. Crazy. Yeah, Johnson Go Hustle. Yeah, we got history. Shout out to my man Docs, Mad Max, Flu, CX. Okay. All right. Yeah, DeMarcus says, I think Coochie rap verse was harder, pause, than BDK. You don't even need to say pause here, bro. You know, we ain't say pause back in the day, bro. We know what you mean, bro. We gonna cut out that pause because we grown folks. We gonna cut out the pause now, you know what I mean? We gonna cut out the pause. Oh man, yeah, so DJ Premier, The Wick, Gangstar, man, he produced a lot of joints. You know what I'm saying? J. Rue the Damager. Come on, man. Boom, doo, 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 boom, boom, boom. You want the front heart? Ah, man. Yo, Primo had joints. Had joints with Gangstar, J. Rue the Damager. Man, oh man. Primo had joints, of course, with Nas, of course, with Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Boom, boom, boom. It's unbelievable. You use R. Kelly joint. That joint, Unbelievable by Big. Come on, man. Ah, Primo had crazy joints back in the day. Coogee Rap, Craig G, but BDK snapped. Yeah, he did. 88. Yep. Okay. But Primo's yeah, chops was crazy. Absolutely. The sample chops was insane, bro. Insane, man. Me and Dots, we used to talk hip hop all the time. We used to talk about the music, the raps, the lyrics, everything, bro. That's my guy right there. Yeah, Johnson Go Hustle said, I didn't know that. I remember buying J. Rue on cassette. Yeah, man. Yeah. Primo produced the whole thing. He produced the whole album. You know what I'm saying? That Come Clean. That Come Clean joint. You know what I'm saying? The boom, boom, boom. That joint was crazy. Like Primo was doing some wild stuff. You know what I mean? And well after, rest in peace to Guru. Well after, Guru went off. Yes, big docs. The group home album is a classic album, dog. That's a classic album, B. Even if the raps wasn't all that, the beats themselves on that group home album, y'all go check out the group home album. That joint crazy. The beats was crazy. Like he was giving group home the craziest beats. It was wild. It was wild. But yes, man. Man, like just thinking about it, playing those, DJing back in the day, just playing those beats in the parties and playing those songs in the parties and just seeing the reaction to people going crazy over Primo's production and these songs was just insane. You had to be there, fam. You had to be there. You just had to be there, yo. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a rap. Yeah, yes, sir, DeMarcus. Yes, sir. Stick up, kids is out the tax. Who's that? Greg Nice, right? But that beat, boom, 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 oh my God. Rest in peace to Guru, man. Rest in peace to Guru, dog. Crazy classic, adult contemporary hip hop albums, family. Hip hop songs, family. Stick up, kids is out. Yeah. Exactly. The group home. Yeah, fam. So that's my number two. That's my number two. Top five. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Come on, man. There you go, Docs. There you go, Docs. That's my guy right there. Yo. These are the words that I manifest. I manifest. That was the first Gangstar single that I bought. Yo, Docs, you remember Tapeville? Remember we used to go to Tape? We used to go to Nanuet, go to Tapeville. Man, Docs and I, we used to DJ together, man. We did a lot, man. That's my guy, man. Salute, salute. These are the words that I manifest. I manifest. Ah, man. Then the remix came out, bruh. That was early. That was early Primo, dog. That was early Primo, man. But it was dope. It was dope. You had to be there. Tuesdays drops. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, man. I got cool with that guy too, man. Jewish guy with all the joints. He used to go down to the city and get the records and bring it up to Rockland County, and then we would buy it from him, right? Until we found out where the spot was, right? We would go down to the stores, to the record stores ourselves in Manhattan and get them, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, these are the words. Primo, man. Primo, man, Primo been around forever. Bro, Primo been around for a long time. But again, Primo, Easy Mo B, a lot of these producers, even Q-Tip, a lot of these producers are pretty much, and I don't like to call them sons. I want to call them like the offspring of Marley Marl, man, the number three, my number three. You know what I'm saying? That's why we give Marley Marl his praise. But again, it's just my list. There you go, Music Factory. Yes, sir. Yeah, see, that's my guy right there. That's my guy, Big Docs, man. That's why I need you up here, bro. We gonna do a lot together, bro. We gonna do a lot together for real, man. I need to know your top five too, man. Yeah, we gonna do a top five, man, with my man Big Docs, man. Y'all make sure y'all cop his music, yo. Docs got some dope music, man. So make sure you follow him, subscribe to Big Docs. And Docs, man, we gotta arrange it so we can do a live together, bro. We gonna do a live, your top five and all of that, man. We gonna get the gang, we gonna get the band back together. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get the band back together. But yes, Music Factory on 3rd Ave in Manhattan, not Harlem, in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? For those people that don't know. Yes, yes, yes. So, all right. So we coming down to the wire. I already said, if y'all just joined me, my top five, and I'm gonna do my honorable mentions after, okay? Top five, number 5, Easy Mo B. Number 4, Q-Tip. Number 3, Marley Marl. Number 2, DJ Premier, Primo, Premier. And my number 1, and my guy knows this, Big Docs, you know what my number 1 is. You know what my number 1 is, bro. You know who my number 1 is. My number 1 producer of all, hip-hop producer of all time. Hip-hop producer of all time. Shout out to the hip-hop community, man. Real rap is back, baby. But the number 1 hip-hop producer of all time is my boy, P. Rock. Yeah, P. Rock. Yes, sir. My guy, my dog, Pete Rock of Pete Rock and CL Smooth, fam. Now look, one of the most classic songs of hip-hop history of all time is They Reminisce Over You by Pete Rock. Okay? Pete Rock produced it. CL Smooth, he wrote the lyrics. That song right there changed a lot in hip-hop, fam. Right? This is all Trouble T. Roy. It was dedicated to Trouble T. Roy. But a lot of people who, have passed away, you know what I mean, in hip-hop. But Pete Rock and CL Smooth, they produced this joint called They Reminisce Over You. Classic joint. If you listen to it, it's a very emotional song. I think that's when rap really got so emotional and so connected to just how we feel about our loved ones. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trouble T. Roy. Yeah, man. Big Doc says Troy is my favorite song ever. Yes, sir, man. Y'all heard it, man. Y'all heard that song, man. Come on, that's the classic. One of the classic hip hop songs of all time, produced by my guy, Pete Rock, Mr. Peter Phillips, okay? That's my dog, though. You know what I'm saying? Got my man on speed dial, you know? But Pete has produced and remixed so many joints. He's produced joints for Nas. He's remixed joints for Nas. He produced joints for Biggie. Produced joints for a lot of folks, man. Like Pete brought back, and you can ask DMC, because DMC of Run DMC, he tells the story. Like if it wasn't for Pete Rock and Jam Master Jay, I'm gonna say Jam Master Jay too. You know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for Pete Rock doing that Down with the Kings, producing that joint at the time when Pete was super hot in the like early 90s, you know what I'm saying? He's always been hot though. He's always been dope. 914, yes sir. If it wasn't for Pete, Run DMC's career would have been over a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So the Down with the Kings joint, the whole return of the Mecca album. Come on, man. All sold out. Him and he did joints for Heavy D, man. Pete has been doing joints. He's super young, and he's also the mentee of the number 3 producer, which is Marley Marl. You see, so Heavy D, who is Pete Rock's cousin, introduced him to Marley Marl, and Pete who was also a DJ, right? He would DJ on Marley Marl's show, and then they put a show together called Future Flavors. So Marley Marl is the mentor to Pete Rock. And Pete Rock studied Marley, did his own thing, dope DJ, like just all around, just the dude was just on fire, man. Pete on fire, still on fire today. Man, I was just on Pete Rock's IG. He just did a new joint with Smith and Wesson and Freeway. That joint fire. Go check it out. Go check it out on Pete Rock's IG. Go follow him, the real Pete Rock. Yeah. Big Doc says Pete was ill on WBLS. Yeah, man, WBLS, he's super dope. You know what I'm saying? Super dope. Super dope, man. So that's my number 1 producer of all time. Remixes, fire production, still producing joints till this day. He did it. The last album he did was with Common, right? The Auditorium Volume 1. They're working on Volume 2. But of course, Pete stayed busy, stayed doing joints. Just like I said, just did a joint for Smith and Wesson and Freeway, which is fire. Go check it out. And man, he got more joints in the chamber, man. He got more joints in the chamber. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else Pete does, man. That's my number 1 producer of all time. Did y'all know that the We Got the Jazz joint that was on the Tribe Called Quest album, guess who produced that? Pete Rock. This is before Pete Rock came out with CL Smooth. So Pete has been producing, you know what I'm saying, for a long time, man. He got beats galore, got records galore, man. That's my number 1 producer. Now, honorable mention. Let's talk about honorable mention. I definitely gotta do an honorable mention to a producer that you probably heard of, right? That's right. It is. That's my list, bro. That's my list. You make your list and you do your show, but this is my list because you know where I'm from, right? So it ain't biased. It's just that's my list. You know what I'm saying? You make your list, you do your show, and you put Dr. Dre on it. Dr. Dre is in a top 10, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But let me go to my I just light myself up. Okay. Let me go to my honorable mention. Definitely my honorable mention, and they're in my top 10. All right, they're in my top 10. So definitely the RZA. Definitely got to give a shout out to the RZA. He would have been in my top 5, but he's not in my top 5. He's not in my top 5. But the RZA, you know, he's the whole first Wu-Tang album, right? Crazy. But I really want to mention this guy, man. Honorable mention, who, man, he's a dope producer. Before I mention him, shout out to my man Lost Professor. Lost Professor of the Main Source. Of Main Source, Lost Professor, dope producer. Dope producer, Lost Professor. Shout out to him. LES. Right? Shout out to them. You know, everybody that was pretty much on Nas's first album. Dope. But I gotta give a shout out to the other half of this group right here. Who's this group right here? Who's this group? Yeah. Shout out to Havoc, man. Havoc of Mobb Deep. Honorable mention, why? Because he produced the classic, undeniable beat of all time, Shook Ones Part 2. Y'all all know the beat. You heard it a million times. Shout out to Havoc, man, for producing that classic song and a lot of classic joints on the album. You know what I'm saying? Shook Ones Part 2, crazy. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. You ain't a shook one, right? Yo, shout out to Havoc, man. Shout out to Havoc. He was on the Joe and Jada show, and he was breaking down some stuff about, Prodigy. Rest in peace to Prodigy, Mobb Deep. You know what I mean? Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace to that, man. You know what I'm saying? Mobb Deep, Prodigy, man. You still living? His daughter, Santana Fox. Look up Santana Fox. She rapping and she doing beats. She rapping and she doing beats. And the Mobb Deep album is going to be coming out. You got Havoc. You got Alchemist. Shout out to Alchemist. He's in my top 10 too. Alchemist. He's in my top 10 as far as producers. You know, Alchemist, he produced, Kendrick Lamar joints and Prodigy joints. And Alchemist has produced a lot of stuff for some people, man. But shout out to Havoc. Shout out to Alchemist. Shout out to the RZA. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of producers, man. A lot of producers that definitely, they in my top 10. Definitely in my top 10. Dr. Dre is in my top 10. And I'll tell you why he's in my top 10 and not my top 5. As we have matured in hip hop, we learned a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? We learned a lot of things, bro. And Timberland, yeah, he's in there too, but he's falling down on my list. And y'all probably know why. I'll tell you about it another time. But as we mature in hip hop, we learn a lot of things. And what I learned about Dr. Dre, again, this is alleged, but it's not really alleged because a lot of people know this, is that a lot of the songs that Dr. Dre produced or allegedly produced was actually produced by other people on his album and Snoop's album. So it wasn't actually Dr. Dre producing it. It was some other cats producing it, and he may have come in after, may have tweaked a couple of things. So it wasn't just him producing it. It was some other cats that was actually producing it. And again, there's cats out there who are saying and who have the proof and the platinum plaques showing that, yeah, they actually the ones that produce it, and Dr. Dre came in and either claimed it or put his name on it or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, we know that Big Dot says same thing Quincy Jones used to do. Yeah. And I think that's where it got to. Like Dr. Dre, in the early days, NWA, he was producing most of that stuff. And then it just got to the point, even with Timberland, right? Because we'll talk about Timberland in a minute. And we'll talk about what Timberland did recently. We'll talk about that in a minute. But a lot of producers, what they do is they'll bring the people together, right? So they'll bring somebody in to do the bottom beat. They'll bring some strings in. They'll bring some horns in. They'll bring a band in. They'll get a DJ and they'll put it all together. And they'll be the producer of it because they're the ones that put it together, right? Yes, I was going to mention him too. DeMarcus. I'm going to get to that. But Dr. Dre wasn't actually producing those joints that we know, like the joints on Chronic. A lot of the stuff was co-production, like Pete Rock joints. The Pete Rock classic album, Return of the Mecca, that's all Pete Rock. Marley Marl's joints, all Marley Marl. You see what I'm saying? He ain't bringing nobody and bringing this person or let me buy that beat from you and then I'm gonna put my name on it and I'll put you as co-producer. A lot of that stuff was going on and we didn't even know it because we was kind of like young in the game. So that's why he is in my top 10. Dr. Dre's in my top 10, but he's not in my top 5. That's the only reason why. Timberland, early days, it was just him, right? And with the whole Timberland thing, like Timberland has fallen down on my list because of what he did recently. Now, again, this happened like 4 or 5 months ago. A lot of people talked about it. A lot of people forgot about it. And it's like, yo, Timberland did the unthinkable. And because he's down with this whole AI computer thing, and if you don't know the story, I'm just going to explain it real quick. Like what he did was kind of unthinkable, where he actually took somebody else's beat, put it in this AI thing, and the AI remixed it, and he didn't give the original producer the credit. Had the person's number, didn't let him know that he was doing it. He was trying to display it for this company that I guess he probably has ownership in. The Sono, I'm not even trying to mention it, right? Not even trying to mention it. But you taking somebody else's music, not giving them credit, not letting them know you're gonna use it, not doing all is a violation. Period. As a producer, you never take somebody else's beat and not give them credit, especially independent producers. So this was a big uproar in the hip hop community, independent producer community, and I stand behind the independent producers when I say, man, it was very disappointing to see Timberland do that. Not to take away from the music. The music he did and he has done is still dope, right? But the actions now kind of diminish the legend of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it diminishes the legacy when now you at this point in your career where you're taking other people's stuff and you're not giving them props or credit. Mm-mm. Yep. Now back to you, DeMarcus, Teddy Riley. No, look, Teddy Riley's in my top 10 somewhere. But it's like we can call him a hip hop producer because yes, he did produce Lottie Dottie. Yes, he did produce the show, right? Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick, he did produce that. Okay, so we can call him a hip hop producer, but he's more well known, right? As we know, for Guy, for Michael Jackson, for Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like he's more well known for that. So we could throw him in the hip hop producer thing because he did do a lot of the original joints that we know from back in the early 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he produced what else from Dougie Fresh? Was it All the Way to Heaven? Yeah, the show. The show. Thank you. Yes, the show. You know what I'm saying? He did the show, right? He did 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh your own. That's the show. This is called the show. With the Inspector Gadget. That's crazy though. Inspector Gadget. That joint was so popular that he just played it. But yeah. I mean, Teddy is behind a lot of joints, hip hop and R&B, and we'll get to the R&B, and he's definitely gonna be in the top 5 when it comes down to R&B producers. You know what I'm saying? But definitely Ted Harlem, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? The first record I ever bought. Yeah, the show was the first record you ever bought. See, my man Docs, man. Docs is hip hop. Docs is hip hop, man. Yeah, I mean, this is like Pharrell. Definitely, I give him props. I definitely give Pharrell props. But you got to remember, Pharrell actually was heavily influenced, and I'm not going to say he was a mentee. Well, he at some point he was a mentee of Teddy, right? Because if you've seen Pharrell, have y'all seen Pharrell's movie? Was it Piece by Piece? Is it Piece by Piece? I think it's Piece by Piece. It's on Netflix. It's like his life story, Pharrell's life story, right? But it's in Lego form. It's in Lego form. Piece by Piece. I think it's called Piece by Piece. Y'all look it up. But it's a dope movie. Very inspiring, man. Very inspiring. He talks about his journey. Of course, he does mention Timberland, Missy, but then he does mention Teddy Riley bringing his studio down to Virginia and having a heavy influence on him blowing up the way that he did. You know what I'm saying? So Pharrell definitely in top 10. He's in my top 10. Definitely in my top 10. But yes, Teddy Riley, Pharrell, shout out to them. Shout out to them. But these are my top 5. I ain't want to hold y'all, but this is my top 5. Y'all jot down your top 5, you know what I'm saying, in the comments, fam. And yeah, we definitely I'm going to come back. And yeah, we going to get my man Big Docs up here, man. Big Docs. I got to have my guy, Big Docs, up here as we talk hip hop, man. This is the VMX family. If you haven't subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Top 5 hip hop producers of all time, fam. All right? Look. Make sure you share this out. We gonna get this up. We gonna get this up and running. And if you love adult contemporary hip hop and R&B, this is the place to be right here. VMX with your man, VACAY-J. All right? I'm going to see y'all next time, family. Thank you for coming through. Let me name y'all DeMarcus, Big Docs, my guy, Big Docs, DeMarcus. Who else came through? I know Johnson Go Hustle came through. A lot of y'all came through, man. I appreciate y'all participating and giving me your top 5. And yeah, man, we gonna keep this thing moving. We're gonna keep this thing moving, all right? All right, it's your man VACAY-J. Until next time, salute.